Hello viewers, I'm Kausalya. Today we are going to solve problem 4. The topic is topology of networks. Find the cut-set matrix and the branch voltages and currents for the network shown below. So here this is the given circuit diagram. We are going to write the cut-set matrix, branch voltages as well as branch currents. So the first part is we are going to draw the graph. A graph is nothing but it will be containing only simple line segments with the arrow marks. Okay, we are going to remove all these elements, resistors as well as the source voltage. We are going to draw simple line segments. So this is your graph. And here totally this graph has how many branches? 1, 2, 3 and 4. So the direction, it's up to you. You can give direction as per your wish. So first draw the graph. And the next one is tree. So here tree should always consist of branches, but the branches should never form a closed loop or a closed path. So here we are considering, you see this CB and CA as the tree. Now here the value of n is equal to 3. So number of cut sets is given by the formula n minus 1. So here n minus 1 is given by 3 minus 1, which is equal to 2. Now we are going to draw the graph with cut sets. So here you see again this graph should have only 2 cut sets, right? So it's up to you. Here I have selected this part and this part. Even you can consider this and this, right? So totally we can draw 3 cut sets. You can consider any 2 for the discussion. So here we have drawn the cut sets. Now we are going to frame the cut set schedule tabulation. So here you see, here we have tree branch voltage number and here the branch number. So totally we have 4 branches. So write it as 1, 2, 3, 4. And here the tree branch voltage number, it is given by 2. Therefore here it is 1 and 2. Here you see tree branch voltage number that corresponds to the respective voltages at these nodes which we are considering for cut set. So here we are having 2 nodes, right? So the respective tree branch voltage number is 1 and 2. And now we are going to write down the values. You see here to this, okay, 1. We are considering this as node 1 and this as node 2. So to this node 1, you see this branch 1 is towards the node 1. So here it is plus 1. And this 2 is away from this node 1. Therefore here it is minus 1. And for 3 and 4 it is 0. Now for at node 2. Okay. At node 2 again you see 4 and 3 are towards the node 2. So here it is plus 1. And this 1 is away from node 2. Therefore here it is minus 1. So when we write these values in the form of a matrix, then this is known as the cut set matrix. So finally we had arrived with our cut set matrix. So here now we are going to apply, whenever you are discussing about row wise, then it stands for branch currents, and whenever you are representing in column wise, then it represents voltage equations. So first from the row 1, you see this is I1 minus I2. Okay, I1 minus I2 is equal to 0. And when you look at the second row, here it is minus I1 plus I3 plus I4 is equal to 0. So here the values are I1, I2, I3 and I4. So row wise we are writing the values of branch currents like this. Name them as equation 1 and 2. Now when you consider column wise, they always represent voltages. So here you see the voltage V1 is given by E1 minus E2. And here the voltage V2 is minus E1. And here the voltage that is V3 is E2 and similarly V4 is E2. So just write down the respective voltage equations by organizing in the form of the column. Now just from the given diagram, we are going to write the values of the voltages from the given circuit diagram. So here initially the value of V1, it is minus, that is we are always considering the value of source voltage as minus. So here it is minus 30. And what is V2? First write down the branch currents, okay, I1, I2, I3 and I4. So here V1 is minus 30 and what is V2? V2 is nothing but I into R, that is I2 into the value of R is 1. So here it is I2. Now what is V3? V3 is nothing but 2 into I3 and what is V4? V4 is nothing but again 2 into I4. So let this set of equations be A and these equations be B. Now we have A and B. Now we are going to combine these A and B equations, because here we have V1 as E1 minus E2 and here the same V1 is equal to minus 30. Now we are going to combine. So here when you combine, you see here minus 30 is equal to E1 minus E2 and here V2 value is equal to minus E1. What is V2 here? V2 is I2. Therefore, I2 is equal to minus E1. Similarly, here V3 is E2 and here V3 is 2I3. So, 2I3 is equal to E2 and here 2I4 is equal to E2. So, now here we are considering our equation number 2. That is, it is minus I1 plus I3 plus I4 is equal to 0. And again from equation 1, you see here the value of I1 is equal to I2. So I2 is nothing but this is equal to minus E1. So now we are going to substitute the values here. The value of I1 is nothing but minus E1. So minus of minus E1 makes it as plus E1. And here I3 is E2 by 2 and I4 is again E2 by 2, which is equal to 0. So here you see E2 by 2 plus E2 by 2 becomes E2. So E1 plus E2 is equal to 0. So this is your equation number 4. So now we are going to solve the equations 3 and 4. You see this is your equation number 3. E1 minus E2 is equal to minus 30 and here E1 plus E2 equal to 0. So once you simplify here we get 2E1 is equal to minus 30. Therefore E1 is minus 30 by 2, which is equal to minus 15. So E1 value is minus 15. Then what about E2? So E2 is plus 15. When you substitute in this equation, the value of E1 is minus 15. So minus 15, it's simple, right? Minus 15 plus E2 is equal to 0. Therefore E2 will be equal to plus 15. So we have calculated the values of E1 and E2. Now we are going to proceed with branch voltages. So here the branch voltages, again from the formula, V1 is E1 minus E2. So here one is minus 15 and here this minus 15, this makes minus 30. And V2 is minus E1, which is 15 volt, and again V3 is E2, which is equal to 15 volt. And finally the value of V4 is also equal to 15 volt. Okay, just we are substituting the values here. So we have calculated all these values. Now the next thing is branch currents. So here the branch currents are given by, that is the value of I1 is given by V1 plus 30. You see. Yeah, here, sorry, this is wrong. First let me come with I2. Okay, I2 is equal to minus E1. Okay, this is the relationship which we already derived. So here the value of E1 is nothing but the value of E1 is minus 15. So when you substitute here, the value of I2 is equal to minus of minus 15, that becomes plus 15 amps. And here you see we already defined a relationship between I1 and I2. Okay, I1 is equal to I2. So here the value of I1 is again 15 amps because both these terms are equal. Now I3 is given by, so here generally we already framed V3 is equal to 2I3. Therefore I3 is nothing but V3 by 2. The value of V3 here is 15 volt. So 15 by 2, which is 7.5 amps. And again you see here finally V4. V4 is equal to 2 into I4. Therefore I4 is equal to V4 by 2. So here it is 15 by 2, which is equal to 7.5 amps. So the branch currents are 15 amps, finally 7.5 and 7.5. So this problem gets over here. If you have any doubt, let me know in the comment section. Thank you.